Welcome to Wheatzart, my stream. Today, I'm going to do a few things actually, and I'm just now realizing, you know what? This would be a great opportunity to open up one of my frames and do some framework real quick. Get my black and white 16 piece into the frames, finally. Now the trick is to find all 16 pieces. Because I don't want to put my laminated ones in there. I want to put the non-laminated ones in there. I may just end up putting my laminated ones in there just because it would be faster. Yeah, it's probably going to be faster because I'm not sure where the rest of that 16-piece collection would be. LOL. I will go get my frame real quick. Okay. We got this frame right here. Hello, Calvin Saxon. Welcome in. Got this frame right here for my 16-piece collection. Oh, even my small pieces are too big for the frame. It's so stupid. It says 4x4. This is retarded. Even the smaller ones that I had redone from the big ones are too small. I hate it when they say they're 4x4, but the windows are smaller. This is dumb. Because these are 4x4s, but the windows are smaller. Why the fuck do they do that? Yeah, the windows are only 3.5 inches. And I am not interested in making another series when I've got a perfectly good series right here. Well, I guess I won't be framing these after all, because it will just cut off too much of the artwork. Now, if I can find my box of prints, that's a shame that I can't do that. These are too big. I guess what I could do with this frame is I could take all of my food face pictures, shrink them down, and just use it in that frame. I'm not excited about the white matting in it. For some reason, I thought I had grabbed the black matting ones. Oh, eat. Cupcakes are nice, but I prefer real cakes, big cakes, patty cakes. What did I do with my It's the box is over here. You know, it doesn't matter. Well, that is a bummer. Well, I got two choices. Cry about it. It is a frame job. Cry about it, or start two more series, two more sets of prints, which is stupid, but I will do it. I will do it. No, I had my receipt taped back to it. You know what's funny? Before the tariffs kicked in, these frames were $49.99. Now they're like $79.99. That's the post tariff prices for these. I think companies are just taking advantage of the tariff pricing, honestly. Because when I purchased them in February, the original price for these were $49.99. But there was a deal. There was a deal on here where you get buy one, get one free. So I bought one, got the other one for free, which is a great deal. I also used a whole bunch of vouchers and coupons, which brought my total way down. I pretty much saved $69.99 after all the prices are done. So I only spent like $20 on it, maybe 30, $29.99 I think is what I spent. Check a Hobby Lobby dumpster, lol. I am still at Michael's. Actually, I went back to Michael's. I don't know if I ever told you that. And I went back to work for Michael's, and I've been there for a year now. Because I did quit for like 5 months, and then I went back in last December, and I've officially hit my 1 year mark there since returning. Well, that's unfortunate. But what I will do is I will just make two more series. I don't want to because my last colored series and my last black and white series, they came out so well. I was hoping to get them put in that frame. I need to find my 16-piece set. See if maybe I can work them in there and just being like, oh well, with the art. Yeah, I can hear you. No, that's where the rest of the paper ones are. They were in my box. That's what she said. Okay. Let's see if I can just work with what I have here. Now, unfortunately, you want to be able to see the whole artwork on this. On one of them, at least. And this one, too. Yeah, it'll cut off some of the border work. That'll be annoying to look at. Yeah, I won't be able to do that with this set. You are a credit to Michaels. If I were there, I'd come visit a lot and act weird and get thrown out. You wouldn't get thrown out at this, Michaels, let me tell you that. Because I would match your level, and then the bosses would be too awkward to kick either one of us out. Well, I guess I can not work on that project right now. Instead, I can work on organizing. I have to start another drawing today because I need one more drawing to get to my 100th piece. I did my 99th drawing last night. This is my 99th drawing. Please check out the short. The short I posted this morning of this isn't getting any views at all. So if people can watch that short of this one and hit the like button so people can find it faster, that would be great. This has like almost no views on it. It just didn't hit the algorithm. I think this is probably the superstar of the year, though. This is probably the superstar of the year. Although I had some really good ones in 2025. Okay, let's put this ruler back where it goes. Don't lose it. Okay, so a couple years ago, I stocked up on some art supplies, and these were some of the ones that I stocked up on. This huge one here, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to use this because I haven't even finished my first large piece from my 11 by 14 pad. And that was supposed to be my goal this year, was to finish that one, because that one would have gone in here. So I think my goal for next year is to complete five 11 by 14 drawings to put in here. That'll be my goal, is to start getting this worked on. This is brand new, unused. I do have a couple more frames down here. These are 5 by 5s. This might actually fit those. Although the although the spaces in here will be too big for these. Yeah, they will be too big for these. I just can't win. The 4 by 4 ones don't work, and the 5 by 5 ones don't work. This is too big by half an inch, and those are too small by half an inch. Let me get that ruler out, because I will be irritated if these squares are. Okay, so these squares are 4.5 inches. Those ones are 3.5 inches. So I guess when you buy frames, you have to adjust your artwork by half an inch. I was never aware of that, and they do not put that on these darn frames. And it's not common sense either. If people think that's common sense, that's wrong. They really should start putting those labels on these. Wheat. I also have a couple more frames I can do for my larger pieces. Right now I have my amazing artwork called Blue in here. It's just a plain sheet of blue paper in here. It's a nice frame. Let's see what I can do with it. Let's see if I have. Let's put this in here. You know what? That's not even going to work because you can't see the border. You can't see the border in here. Once again, 9 by 12 drawings. You have to adjust it half an inch. So none of these frames I have are actually going to work for my art. Not going to happen. This 8 by 11 might work. This 8 by 11 red piece might work. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. No, because you'll see some blue still. Oh, it could barely work. It'll barely work. And it looks good with the black. So we could actually frame one of these today. That would look good. But I don't want this one in a frame. Not yet, anyways. I want to put a print of it in the frame. Oh, I have plenty of prints to frame. I could put a print in the frame. Let's do that. Let's frame one of these guys right now. Let's do that. I want to see one of my artworks in a frame because I have never framed my art before. Let's go get that red piece, that red one. Let's go get the red one. All right. Boy, it sure needs to be dusted, that's for sure. Okay. Take the backing off. Okay. All I know is, all I know is, all I know is, all I know. So, how does this work? Does it go in? Does it just slide in? Oh, duh. This comes off. Okay. Okay, so this comes off. And this goes on. Yeah, you can't see the border also here on this one. But it's okay, you might not need the border. This might not actually need that border. Doctors without borders. Doctors without artists without borders. There we go. Artists without borders. Not too bad looking. Okay, now I need to tape it down to the board. I will cheat. Well, it's not cheating because I think a lot of people use some sort of adhesive. Adhesive. But I'm gonna just use generic Scotch tape. I like dots, but I prefer real fruit gummies. I used to like dots when I was younger. Dot to dots, of course. All I know is, la 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 la. Okay, let's let us get this in here. There we go. Okay, it's almost ready to look at. Okay, now that looks good. That looks good. You don't see the border at all either. This is now framed. This is great. This is good to look at. It's perfect because you have the black around the border that accentuates what's in the center. Accentuates, accentuate, 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 accentuate. It does actually. Now I just need to dust it off. This is really cool. I like it. This actually is amazing. The black frame goes well with it. Hello, Miss Bell. How are you? I've just been working on framing one of my pieces here for the last few minutes. I like it. Thank you very much. It's great to see you too. This is what the original looks like. But when I put it in a frame, you can't see the border. But that's all right. You don't need to see the border because it looks pretty darn good without needing to look at the border. How have you been? This is a great. Now I can't stop staring at this. This is good. Maybe I don't need to see the border on the black and white piece. No, I have the next 7 days off, so I'd want nothing to do with Michael's right now. But this would be nice. This getting this framed might be nice. I might not need to see the border, the beautiful border, because I have another frame. Oh my gosh, I have another frame for this. I'm excited. Let's go frame another piece. All right, I'm excited. I have two more of these frames because last year they were on a deal where you buy one get two free, and with my employee discount, it even made the first frame cheaper too. And so we got this one we're going to do next. And this might look good without seeing the border as well. Artists without borders, they say. Oh yeah, the diamond art. I could not do diamond art, but there are some people that can sit there for hours and come up with some great stuff. Okay, so this one is awesome. I want to showcase this somewhere. Let's do that right here. Let's showcase this on this table. Not that you can see it very well, but we will showcase that right there. All right. This one doesn't have any dust on it because I kept it wrapped up for this entire time. I must have had it in my room in this for over a year. I have another one too. I also do. Yes, I have. I haven't been to your stream in a little while. Actually, I remember I last time I went to your stream, I saw you doing those coloring streams. Okay, let's pull out number 2. That's number 3. Number 2. Let's pull out number 2. We're going to put number 2 in this frame. Whose bed have you? Moist. Portraits. They could be portraits. Thank you all for being here and hitting that like button. It means a lot. The like button helps get the streams, shorts, and videos out faster. All right. Perfect. Very nice artwork that came with the frame. I feel honored and blessed to have that. Okay, now this one will go on this side. We will have to see what this looks like. Oh, perfect. It even covers up the yellow too. Good, because we don't need to see the yellow. Good, the yellow part isn't too important. This is beautiful. I'm glad I pulled these frames out. I'm really glad I pulled these frames out today. I wasn't even going to do these frames. Okay, this is going to look fantastic. As long as I keep the yellow from peeking through. Okay. Okay, so that will go like that, will go like that. Okay, now we just need to tape it down. Okay, now I need to readjust that. I might have to readjust this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to readjust it a little bit. That way it all works out. Okay, so this can go there. This can go there. This can go there. That works for me. Okay. No worries. Enjoy your phone call. I have hit the like button, but I must go. Thank you for letting me hang out with you guys. Thank you for stopping by. It was great to see you again. I will have to see if I have the next 7 days off, so I should be able to catch you for one of your streams, at least one of them. There's no reason for me not to catch at least one of them over the next several days. So every year, I take the 29th through the 4th off. because I do not like the fact. I do not want to ever work on the last day of the year or the first day of the new year. I use these 7 days for myself. They are like my me days. It's like my me week. I have to work on myself to prepare for the new year. It's kind of like a recalibration of sorts. And boy, do I need that this year. Hopefully, I can get myself out of my hot water next year, or at least get out of the boiling water and uh, into just regular medium hot water. Boy, I am in hot water right now. I am in boiling water right now, honestly. Okay. This looks great. Now let's hope it comes out that way when I put these back in the frame. Oh, hope. Okay. As long as I don't see a yellow border, I'm happy. Check this guy out. This is absolutely stunning. This is ridiculously stunning. I want to buy more of these frames now. These are ridiculously awesome. Holy smokes, this is awesome. This looks awesome. This goes nicely with my red one. I have more. I have one more of these. I could probably. I want to frame a black and white one. Let's do a black and white one. Disc golf was a really great one. Disc golf was one of my favorite ones at the time. Now I'm not I'm not doing. Yeah, that's funny. Now I'm thinking about framing each and every one of these. And when people ask me, what kind of adhesive did you use? I'll be like, Scotch tape, sir. Ugh. I'll never forget when I went into FedEx Kinko's. It was this year, in fact. I ran into this, yeah, late middle aged person who had looked at some of my art that I was doing in FedEx. And she was like, interesting. This is my name, and I work for these organizations in this town. Would you mind if I took a sample of your work and showed it to people? And I'm like, sure, it couldn't hurt. And she goes, do you sell these? And I'm like, yeah, I definitely do on YouTube, and I buy me a coffee page. And she looks at the paper that I was using, and she goes, do you really sell them on this paper? I'm like, yes, I do it. I print them off of here and I laminate them. And then she goes, oh, kind of like criticizing the way I'm doing things, but I just ignored that I don't know the word for it, but it was very, very, very strange. I was like, you know what? This is the way I know how to do it, so I'm going to continue doing it this way until there is some other way. And my laminations look wonderful. The people who have purchased them from me have said so too. Now, I'm the kind of person that likes to hear honest reactions, honest opinions. So I appreciated that lady for giving me, well, she wasn't being honest, but her tone and the way she was saying things I understood the message clearly, but I kind of appreciated that reaction just because I knew what she was saying. I didn't appreciate that she was going about it the way she was, but I appreciated the the reactionary honesty. Hello, C4T. Oink oink. I got one more frame I can do. I want to do a black and white one. Let's see what I got for black and white. Let's see what I got. This. Ooh, I could do the green one, but the green one isn't large enough. Yeah, the green one actually might fit. You might even be able to see the border too. And green doesn't go too bad with black, so I might actually do the green one. Even though it'd be pretty cool to do a black one. A black and white one. This one would look nice. My vulva one would look nice. The vulva one is too small though. That is way too big. That's what she said. Oink oink. Welcome in, C4T. Hopefully everyone is doing nice. Doing well. I mean, we all know who is really nice for sure. Ooh, that could be a good one for the black and white. I'm not liking my prints for this. So I might actually do the green one. Ooh, here's the yellow one. The yellow one would look nice in here too. The black would certainly make the yellow stand out a little better. But disc golf, I think would be a great candidate for this. Oh, disc golf. Yeah, that would look okay. Okay, but now I'm having second thoughts. I'm having second thoughts on the disc golf one. Well, they're easy to replace too. They're easy to transfer out too. So if I don't like, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to settle on this one. I really like this one, and I have two colored ones now in their frames. So now I'm going to settle on a black and white one, I think. And this one will fit. Most of the art will be seen with this one, because it's a little bit smaller. Perfect. Let's do this. And the best part about it is they're all number 2 prints too. So it's not like I'm using the number 1 prints for these. Number 2 prints. Wheat. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. All right. Hello, Kent Makes Art. Welcome in. I've been working on framing a couple of my pieces. How have you been? I saw that you were live the other day, but I clicked on the link just as you were ending your live. moist. So we got this beautiful piece right here. I don't know if you can see this very well, but I will get a sample of it in just a minute. This is nice. This is a really nice one here. And this is the original piece right here. This is the original piece. And the other one I framed is this piece right here. And this is the original too. And I'm framing my prints. Moist. This is the red one framed. Oh yes, I've got a lot of prints made. I sell my prints too. I have not sold one yet this year, which is unfortunate. I'm hoping to sell at least one print before the end of this year. Moist. So now we're going to work on the black and white frame. How much is that doggy in the window? There we go. Wheat. These frames that I'm working on right now were on a deal buy one, get two free. This frame down here that I can't use was buy one, get one free. I am thinking about doing another 16-piece mini-series, but I have to make them 3.5 inches to fit those. And I really thought the ones that I had remade would have fit, but they didn't. So now I have to redo the if I do this, I will redo the black and white series, and then I will redo the colored series. I will just end up making them smaller, and they're going to be different artworks too, because I can never do the same piece twice. Never. I can get close, but I can never do the same piece twice. And nor do I want to. All right. Let's get my frame on. Some beautiful art that came with the frame. I'm so privileged to have this insert. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. It'll fit the artwork just perfect. I was worried about it being slightly too small. You need to get it just right so you don't see the edge of the. Okay, so that goes in there that way. So you just get it just like that. Okay. Okay, this is perfect. Hold it there. Oh no, I messed it up. Okay, I had it just right. Wheat. I'm gonna have to realign it again, I think. Yeah, I have to realign it again. Okay. Boy, I need to sit down actually. LOL. So let's see if I can do my laptop to where I'm showing the frames. Okay. The Labo M. Okay. Oh, wheat. Break me off a piece of that fancy feast. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that fancy feast. So I need to go slightly up. Slightly up. Okay. No, I don't want to scratch this frame, so I need to move this frame out of the way. Okay, so we need to go. I just can't get it right. The drawing is too small, I think. I mean, it's just perfect, but I have a hard time getting details exactly right. That's been my biggest struggle is getting details just right. Okay, so actually it needs to be. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. moist. Let's just put it there for now. Okay, so it needs to go slightly up and slightly over. I may have to give up on this one and let somebody else frame this. I like to give up on things. Okay, I got it right. Perfect. I'm not gonna mess around with it anymore. I just need 2 more pieces of tape. All right, let's get this in its frame now. No, that's not gonna work either. Son of a bitch. I had it just right. Why is it doing this? Okay. Now I can't remember which way. God. It's gonna slip and slide inside there. That's the problem. It's definitely slightly lopsided in there, but you know what? No, I don't know how to fix that, so it's just gonna have to stay like it is. Now that's why it's doing that, because the brown board is moving around. Okay, actually, this is fine. This is suitable. I will deal with this. Is fine, just like it is. Boy, that was hard to get in here. That's what she said, not to me, obviously. Oh, I can never get out of this chair once I sit in there. Oh, I do not like these kinds of chairs. All right, I got 3 3 artworks framed. I wasn't planning on framing these 3 today, but the job is done for these 3. And I just need to find a place to display them. I also need to dust one of them off. Oh, I should probably show this on live stream. LOL. Okay, this one. Okay, let's look at this one now. This is my black and white one. I got 2 colored ones framed, and now I got this black and white beauty frame. Okay, maybe I can just set them on this shelf here. 1, 2, 3. They're not gonna all fit. That's okay. Oh, that's just nice. Got three of these projects framed. I'll put this one right here. Okay. The Labo N. Ooh, I should make another short of this, of these frames. Ooh, I need to do a drawing stream too. I have to finish one more piece of artwork this year. I can either do it today, tomorrow, or the next day, so I can have 100 total artworks done this year. I never thought I would do 100 pieces in 1 year. My last record was like 38 or something, and I thought that was a lot. But this year I did 4 16-piece small sets, so that's why I was able to do 100. Because 4 times 16 is 64, so I did 64 pieces right there. Moist. Okay, I'm happy with these frames. These frames are nice. That is ridiculously professional. I don't know if you all can see this over here, but those look like nice prints. I'm going to do another short, actually. Let's turn on the light here. Let's see if that'll help. Where is my phone so I can do another short? LOL. Or I could do it as a video, except my phone doesn't. My phone doesn't have enough space for a video. Oh, hey, look, I'm live. I bet I can do 2 live streams, one here and one while I'm doing art. Don't be a tart. Visit my web and buy some art. That used to be my slogan like 20 years ago, when I used to stuff my business cards in newspaper racks. I used to take when I went down to Los Angeles back in high school. I think it was in 2002. I made a whole bunch of business cards, and I took $10 and I went to as many newspaper stands as I could, and I put my business card in there. And I had the most ridiculous website, and it was maybe it wasn't 2002. It was later than 2002 because of the Riverside incident. No, it had to have been 2002. It couldn't have. No, 2002 I think was WrestleMania. So it might have been a couple years after that. So it might have been 2004. I don't know when it was actually. It was definitely one of those years. Oh, it's funny how we forget exactly when something happened all these years later. It wouldn't be hard for me to go back and figure out what year it was, though. I still have pictures from that trip, so I'm sure I could figure out the date just by those. Okay, what am I doing here? Excuse me. Boy, I can't believe one of my live streams got 2.7k views. That was like 2 weeks, just about 2 weeks ago. All right. My last short was a fail, so I might delete that short and re-upload it later. But I'll give that like 24 hours to find its audience. I am going to do another short of these beautiful framed gems. I can't believe how nice those look. I mean, I can believe it, but they look better now that I'm not imagining what they will look like. What song should I use for these shorts? For this short? What song should I use? I usually go with the most viewed song, and that's not always a good choice. Even if I don't like the song, I sometimes use the song. No, Christmas is over with. Get out of my list. Christmas is over. We have Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red in my shorts. Got Avicii, The Nights. Abba-tabata, abba-tabata, abba-tabata. Who can say where the road goes? I'm looking for a song for my short so I can show off the framedness of it. Dua Lipa. 1.2 million. I might have to go with. Ooh, I like the Dance Monkey song. That sounds nice, but that's not gonna get me a lot of views. It's tricky to find songs that you think will get a lot of views, and that's what I'm doing now. Is I'm looking for a song. Hoist the Colors. That's the one I'm going to use. Hoist the Colors. Okay. Moist. All right. That song sounds like it's a good song for this short. Of course, it gets my reflection in the glass. They look nice. They look great in those frames. I almost don't want to do anything for the rest of the day because I feel like I'm productive. Oh no, I need to get more productive though. Okay, what do I call this? We will call them Three Kings. Three Kings of Articus. I have a feeling that title is not going to get me any views. But the title is funny, so we'll try it. Alright. We'll do art first. Skip art and craft because it doesn't. We are making a short right now. Portrait and shorts. That should be what? Shorts. There we go. Select audience. No, it's not made for kids, so I can get more views. And then upload short. There we go. There we go. Now I've been framed. All right, these frames look really awesome. I really need to get to work, though, on what my goal is today. I have been streaming for an hour, so now it is time to work on what I intended to. Recycle. These will be reused, of course. Right. I remember. Okay. So we already talked about this. No, I talked about the bigger folder. Oh snap! I do have one that's huge. This one is for my. Oh no, this one is for my 11 by 14 ones. That one is for even bigger work. That means I don't think I will ever use that one. I don't think I'll ever use that folder. Because I don't do drawings that big. But I would definitely be taking advantage of this folder. I've got lots of folders. This is the big one that I was just referring to. But it's nice to have just in case. These are the normal ones I use. This is for my 8.5 by 11s. But what I have noticed is they're no longer making 8.5 by 11 sheets of drawing paper. They don't sell them. They don't sell those pads at my store anymore. They sell 9 by 12 or 7.5 by 10s. It's like, are you kidding me? I've got another new one here. This is an old one that they don't make anymore. Right. Here is one that has my really old school drawings. This is one of my first folders that I got for these. So I really need to go through this folder because I need to sort my artwork out, my older artwork, so it's better organized. And I started to do that earlier this year, but I never got back to it. But now I am getting back to it. I will start today. I will work on it for another hour. And then I will spend another hour drawing, I think. I want to make great use of today. Making great choices. I'm making good choices. Good choices, everyone. Let's make good choices. Making good choices count. I know I can be a little ridiculous. Okay, so this desk is my 2025 work. I will leave that alone, except this is not my 2025 work. This is what I need. Okay, I cannot stop staring at this piece of art. I really can't. It was miserable while I was creating it, but every time I look at it, I can't stop looking at it. So I'm going to put this right under my laptop so that when I'm looking up at the screen to read the messages, I can see that. LOL. And then, of course, you got the framed ones back there that look nice. Boy, those frames really look nice on those. I keep thinking about what they would look like framed, and now that I have a visual, I should have really been working on getting some of these framed for a while. But this gives me time because I want to sign up for the fall festival for next year, and I can sell these at the fall festival. The moist fall festival. You never know if it's going to rain at the fall festival. Because I think it's the last Sunday of September each year. What is in the center here? Oh, snap. This was a damaged print, so I was trying to flatten it out. I still need to flatten it out a little bit. Because I want to salvage that print. That looks pretty destroyed, and I want to use it for something that's not so necessary, probably. Then we have this 9x12. Wait, what is this? Not 9x12. This is 11x14. It fits my 9x12 artworks beautifully. So I need to go through here again and reorganize this. Wheat. I certainly don't want to use that. So these guys were mess ups on the copy machine when I was at the FedEx. But I kept them because I think, hey, maybe I can do something with them. And I will keep them in case I can do something with them. You never know. LOL. LOL, XD, falsies. Boy, I haven't done that in a long time. anybody wants to know what a great game to play is, it's this right here. Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven. It's an old game, but you can buy it on GOG for super cheap. Definitely a great game. Definitely a great game. All right, so I've got my little binder here, my binder of artwork that I've done this year. Okay. Over here, because I have to write down the one that I did last night. The one I did last night, I just showed off not too long ago. Oh, it is right here. This one. This is the one that I did in the middle of the night last night. While I was looping. I didn't do a live for this guy though. This one is called The Midnight Experience. And this one is absolutely really lopsided. Super lopsided artwork here. So last year, what I did was I got all my tables in my house and I put my artwork, I scattered my artwork through the entire year on each table. And I went around making a video of the entire year of 2024 artwork. I can't do that this year because my camera won't record more than 1 minute at a time. Otherwise, it says it's full. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull up a chair, sit at my table, and make a video showing my artwork. I don't want to do it on a live stream, only because I want to start doing one video a week, but I never have any ideas of videos. So my video idea for this week is to show off my artwork from every single piece I did this year. That's 100 pieces, or it will be 100 pieces once I finish the 100th one. I need to start the 100th one and finish it. It might have to be a quick 3 or 4 hour drawing though, but it is what it is. I have today's what, the 29th? Yeah, it's the 29th, 30th, 31st. I have 3 days to produce a piece of artwork. So that's plenty of time, honestly. Plenty of time to do an 8x11, but I would have to use a lot of that time to do an 8x11. So I might do a smaller piece because I think I need to do a quicker piece because I have lots of things I need to do before next year. LOL, 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 XD, LOLsies. Okay, what was I doing right now? I was writing down something. Oh, yes, I was writing down my the piece of artwork that I had finished in the middle of the night. And now I don't remember where I set it down. Because I just showed it to you guys, too. Did somebody say ADD much? Right here, this guy's got it real bad some days. I just had it in my head. Where did it go? It could have gone too far. Oh, it's called The Midnight Experience. Okay, I don't really need to find it now that I know what the title is. The Midnight Experience. I should probably look. It's probably on that table over there. LOL. Celery. Right. The Midnight Experience. It was today, this morning, 12:29, 2025. Wow, that's a lot of them. 100 pieces of artwork. Made of Moments is the first set. Okay, that's the first 16. Oh, I should shoot for 200 for next year, but I would have to literally. Boy, that would be a lot of artwork. Oh man, I was doing a lot of artwork from January until April, and then just my whole world turned upside down in April. And that was completely my fault. And then I stopped doing lots of artwork, but I did do artwork from April until now, but I wasn't doing nearly as much. I don't know if I'll ever get back to being that proactive. But if I read, okay, if I make another 16-piece set for these frames, I could be that proactive again this coming year, because I'd be doing 2 more 16-piece sets. 16 plus 16, that's 32 pieces. Right off the bat. I remember this year, when I was doing the 16 pieces, I was doing them each day on live stream. January, February, March, and April. But I would skip a day every now and then just because I needed a little break. But that was nice. I didn't mind streaming every morning before work. That gave me something to do before work. And I could feasibly do the same darn thing. And do the 16 piece, make streams every single morning. I could really do that. I like my mini collections. I think my mini collections will do well at the fall festival. A lot of people don't have a lot of money to spend, so my mini collections will be a golden opportunity to sell artwork for cheap. So there's a saying that I heard a long time ago. Sometimes less is more. Less is more. And I've been thinking about that saying for a little while now, and I might apply that saying to my fall festival. Because the little drawings that I do, if I sell those for super cheap, I might be able to sell more of them. So if I sell them for less than I want to, I might be able to make more money in the long run by selling more. I might take that approach on the small drawings. But that means I might have to find a cheaper way to print them. That way I can get what I deserve in profits. Or I should say what I feel like I deserve. I need to be using I statements. So I don't offend my own self. All right. Okay, so I need to start organizing. That's what I need to do. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. So we got that binder there. Ew, got this binder here. I don't think a lot of people know this, but I used to write poetry, and I drew my own covers. These were from the mid 2000s. The artwork isn't as good as I do now, but these are just really, really old pieces of artwork. And these were my book covers of the books that I had intended to write. Got lots of covers. Some of these got water damage, and I'm so annoyed about that. I managed to make like 7 or 8 books in the volume because I had intended to do a volume of 10 books, and I don't know why I didn't. I could have easily followed through on that actually. I I've always had this lazy side of myself that sometimes takes over, and I do not like that. But I did, however, make 3 or 4 new books in the modern era. I should go get them because I don't mind showing them. I should go get them actually. We'll do that. I think I'm deviating from what I was going to do. Oh, the first one, the first one of the modern era, and I don't have that out here, so. Oh, maybe it's in this little cubby here. Is it in my little cubby? It's not in my cubby, but that's okay. I found 4 of them anyways. But the first one was called Dark Landscapes. And actually, I have a YouTube channel where I read my poetry on that channel. But I haven't read poetry on that channel since last year. But we have. Okay, so I think the second book is this one right here. And let's see what the back of the book says. Okay. Interesting. So this is actually the 5th book in the series, I think. The 5th book. Okay. Ignorance is Bliss is probably the 4th. Yes, okay. So Mixed Grains of Salt, I think, was number 2. Mixed Grains of Salt. Ew, I don't have a back page for this. Maybe the back page is the 3rd page up front. Ooh, this book didn't have one of those pages. It should have. Oh well. Well, this must be number 2. This must be my second one. Mixed Grains of Salt. The 3rd one is this one. The 3rd one is The Dark Age. This is 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Perfect. Ooh, this was also 10 years ago right here. This is actually a picture I took on my way to Las Vegas. I was so happy with this photograph. As soon as I seen this sunset right here, I needed to pull over somewhere. I wanted to catch this 3 minutes prior to this photo, though. I was trying to capture this before the sun went completely down. But here you can see the rain just dancing around the sun there. This is probably one of my favorite photos I've ever taken. I want to go revisit this particular spot. It was very messy. There was trash everywhere on the ground. All right. And then it is what it is. One of my friends captured the fire photography. This wasn't something that I did as an art. My friend Scott did that. He lives in the UK. Okay, back to my organizing. Oh, organizing. Oh, yes. I gotta remember how I was trying to organize it. Because I wanted my old artwork together in one album. And then my modern artwork in my newer albums. Oh man, this chair. Oh. Okay, so I was taking out all of my artwork from this one, and I need to figure out why. I need to remember why. Hopefully I can trigger my memory while I'm doing this. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. This is my 2024 binder. Okay, my 2024 binder. Okay, I don't need to fix this one. What I need to do is I need to put my old artwork in the same binder. Okay, I need to get out of this chair. This chair is driving me nuts. I need to stand up out of this chair in a minute. Three Kings of Articus. Art for you artwork. All right, that's got 285 views already. Nice. Hopefully it gets to 1,000. Those frames are absolutely beautiful with those pieces of artwork. No likes on that video, so oh well. Getting likes on shorts is definitely hard to do. Oh my gosh, my backside needs to get out of this chair. Okay. Tracy Flata once said, lose 20 pounds and it'll be easier to get out of my chair. So, starting January. Oh, Kelsey messaged me on Facebook, but I can't respond to her because I'm live. Oh my gosh. Starting January, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, I think. I'm going to lose 20 pounds in the entire month of January. I will stop drinking all sodas, and I will have no carbs for the month of January. So whatever carbs I have that expire soon, I need to eat in the next couple of days. I'm going to try to lose 20 pounds. I reached my 250 pound goal, so now I need to drop my weight again. I need to go back down to 230. Because I've noticed a lot more aches and pains at 250. A lot more aches and pains. So I need to lose 20 pounds. 20 pounds of these rounds need to go. Rolls need to start rolling downhill. Need to eat less rolls. Because right now, while I am like butter and I'm always on a roll, These rolls need to go downhill. Also, it's hard to wear pants when you have a stomach that looks like you're smuggling bowling balls too. I've noticed after age 35, I noticed pants are just hard to wear because of my bowling ball stomach. I'm constantly pulling them up all the time. My stomach is in the way. I need to lose 20 pounds, I think. 20 pounds is what I need to do. I'm going to do it. Oh my God. Yeah, I will do 20 pounds. That seems to be realistic. I can lose 20 pounds in January. I am going to see if my boss can give me more work on freight so that I can, I can lose weight on freight because I'll be constantly going back and forth. That is a great idea, just to get put on the freight shift. That'll really help. My back hurts, so doing freight will be hard, but I should give it a try. Okay, what do I need to do to organize my stuff? First, I need to drink some Mountain Dew, which I will have to give up for 1 month. I just need to give it up for 1 month. In fact, I am going to go step on the scale right now and see how much I weigh currently. So right now I weigh 245. So I lost a few pounds working at Michael's this past week because I've been active over there. But my goal will be 225 because I want it to be exactly 20 pounds from the time I started on the 1st to the end of January. It's gonna happen. Okay, what am I doing? Organizing. That's right. My bed is a hideaway. My bed is a hideaway. My bed is a hideaway. Okay. These papers need to be on my 2025 table. All these are 2025, I presume. I've done some mini drawings in the past. 2025, okay. We'll come in, whoever's lurking. This is 2025 as well. 2025 as well, okay. So, So all of these are going to be 2025. These guys need to go over here. Wheat. Maybe I can quickly respond to Facebook since nobody is chatting right now. I will peek over at Facebook, see who. When people ask me about Christmas, I'm going to start giving them sad stories, especially with the people who know that I don't celebrate Christmas. Like Kelsey on Facebook. Every year, she knows. So I am going to make up the most ridiculous story I could possibly make up. Okay. All right, this is a 2025 work. Okay. And then I got my. Oh, now I think I'm getting somewhere. I think my brain is finally connecting some dots. This chair is not nice. 12/14/2024. You know what? I should start with my 2024 binder. I really should start with that binder. Ooh, this is 2021. Oh, there's a reason why I pulled out all of my 2024. Oh, no, because there's still a bunch in there. What am I doing? I need to look at my binder and see what my 2023 projects were. Because my 2023 work can probably go in the same binders as my 2022 and 2021. Ew, a lot of my 2023s and 2022s were in my 9x12 binders. Hello, Judgy Dog. Welcome in. I finally got some of my artwork framed. I don't know if you were here to see any of that, but I will pull them up to the computer screen here. I also did a short of them too. I'm pretty happy with them as in frames. Pretty cool looking in frames. I know you said you don't really care for my geometric ones, but this one looks nice in the frame. And oh shit, that almost was bad. And then I got my red one here. This red one looks just so amazing with the frame. I really like this one a lot, actually. I don't know what that means, wide frames, but they are nice. Hello, Frenchy Frostbite. Have you met French Sunburn yet? LOL. Drive by. It's always good to see you, Frenchie. Thank you, Sir Doug-a-lot. Moist and crusty as fuck. Oh, I probably shouldn't cuss on my streams. I keep forgetting I'm on my art stream. Oh well. What about the pieces on the wall? Did you do those too? No. I can't do this kind of drawing. I can't. That drawing came from somebody's dad. I worked with somebody whose father painted that for me. And why is there blue paint where there shouldn't be blue paint? Uh-oh. I wonder if maybe some of that blue melted. Oh my god, what the hell? Now I have to go look at that painting again. Oh no, that doesn't look right. That does not look like it was there before. How come? That doesn't look like it was there before. Oh, that is weird. Okay, I don't remember blue paint being in the snow there before. And then there's another splotch of blue right nearby there. I don't remember ever seeing that. I'm gonna have to look at old photos that I have of that and try to figure out what happened. That is very peculiar. But that one I got in Newport. Somebody's business was closing down, and I didn't really want to buy it because I didn't have enough money. But my friends, my stupid friend and his parents kept telling me, buy it, buy it, buy it. And then the lady kept on lowering the price because it was like 300 or something. And then she goes, I'll give it to you for 200. I'll give it to you for 175. I'll give it to you for 130. The store's closing, so I'll give it to you for 65. I eventually settled. I'm like, okay, I'll do 65. But I was so annoyed that my friend and his parents were just ribbing me to buy it. I like the piece, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't in a place to be spending money on that back then. But I'm glad I still have it though. Yeah, it was a good deal. But the problem is I don't like buying artwork that isn't signed by the artist. This artwork is not signed, so I don't know who did it, who did the artwork. Thank you, Frenchie. I appreciate that. Wait, the frames are wide, so they're no matting showing. I like that look. I have mine in narrow frames with matting. Well, I don't. Now I'm confused because these frames look like they have mats in them. They have black matting inside. That's why I'm confused. Maybe it's not the traditional matting. I will see if I can get a closer visual of it. Yeah, you can see the black matting in here, I think. Are you able to see that? Yeah, the matting is black here, and I really like the look. Now this frame down here has a white matting, and I am so frustrated now because after redoing my first set of prints to make them fit in here, I just now discovered I can't get my remakes in here because these are smaller than what they say right here. These are 3.5 by 3.5 inches. So I don't know whether I want to draw another set of 16. Actually, I'll have to do two more sets, a colored one and a black and white one, because I have two of these frames since it was a buy one get one free deal. So now I don't know if I want to do another set of smaller ones and put them in here that way, or if I just want to sell these frames to somebody else. So I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Because the frame says they're 4 by 4 inches, but when I take my ruler and measure the squares, they're 3.5 by inches. So it's really irritating. And I have 3 of these also. This was on a deal, buy one get 2 free. So I got these frames too. These ones say they're 5 by 5, but they're actually 4.5 by 4.5. So I will see what I can do with the other frames. But I absolutely love these frames here. Those were also on a buy one get 2 free special. If they ever go back on that same deal, I might get a few more of those. Because those are good frames. Yeah, the matting on mine are black. I like the black matting look. Okay. All right, so we got this one from 2021. So we need to set that aside because I'm going to put my artwork from 2020 to 2023 all together. And I'm just going to see if I can get those 3 years in 1 or 2 albums. So the standard seems to be 1/2 smaller. Yeah, which is weird because you would think they would write something like that on the product that they're selling because it's not obvious for people like me who don't already know things like that. Definitely not obvious. And I've noticed when I'm at work, I get a lot of people who return frames for that same reason. Or I'm assuming they're returning it for the same reason. Their reasons are, well, my pictures don't fit. And so now I realize maybe that's the problem. People don't realize they're half inch smaller. Because in these frames, you don't see the yellow border. You don't see the yellow border on this, and I'm great with that because when you look at that, you don't need the yellow border to make it look exciting. It just, it just, it just speaks to you just like it is. I mean, sure, a little bit of yellow in there, it would make it stand out a little bit, but I'm glad you don't see the yellow in that one. I'm actually glad about that. You could see a little bit of the inner border on both sides, but not the yellow. Set that there. These need to go back in here. Oh, and then here's my earthquake one. My earthquake map. This is called Earth's Spastic Crust. Not one of my favorites. We'll put 2024 there. Ew, my green one. I was thinking about framing this one because it would have fit one of those frames. This one's called Fancy Pants. Also a 24 design. Ooh, here's an older one from 2020. It kind of looks like a douchebag, but this one's called Drops. How do you know if matting should be used and which color, etc.? I'm not sure. I really don't know anything about matting or framing. I just picked up these frames assuming they will fit my artwork based on what they say. Like for example, if I have a 5" by 5" and this frame says 5" by 5", I expect it to fit my picture. But this doesn't because these squares are 1/2 inch smaller than what they actually say. They say 3 5 by 5" drawings, or 5 by 5", which is silly. I took a ruler and measured them earlier. Oh, here's another 2024 design. This one's called Scar. You can see all kinds of things in the brain there. You can see dollar bills in the brain. You can see coins in the brain. Oh, even pizza in the brain. Macaroni also. No, that's bread crust from the pizza. I thought that was macaroni, but no, that's the pizza crust. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, here's an interesting one. This is 2024, but it was started back in 2014. So another one of those old / newly finished pieces. And then we have Storm Drain. This was for Storm Dancer. She didn't give me the reaction I was hoping for, but it's okay. Oh well. She didn't seem too enthused about that, but she seemed to like my Storm Drain. She thinks the Storm Drain name is funny. This is from 2022. Lit. Lewis Litt from Suits. The Unexpected. Oh, this one's torn. I accidentally ripped this. I don't even know how I did it. It just ripped, and I didn't notice it until I don't even know when I noticed it. Oh, well. Okay. Ooh, my Halloween drawing from 2024. Very nice. This goes over right there because it's 2024. Eyesore 2021, one of my older ones. Ew. Here's one of my favorite pieces of all time, which has a hidden meaning in there. It's from 2024, at the end of the year. In November, I should say, so close to the end of the year. This should have been the end of the year drawing, though, but it wasn't. And then we have something that looks like Oregon right here. And I wasn't even trying for the shape of Oregon. If I was trying for the shape of Oregon, I would have made it a little bit, I would have made Oregon a little bit wider. Is this what year? 2020. That goes over there. All right, what is this drawing? Ooh, my Oink, Boink, and Moink series. I really don't like the Oink, Boink, and Moink series. I think these are some of my worst drawings ever. This is my Oink one. Really don't like it. And it's all because of the one called Moink. I completely didn't organize the spelling right, so it looks really awful. All right. We got in Trubs. 1231. Oh, the we got in Trubs part. It's probably because of the We Three Kings. We were in the doghouse. That's what this one's about. We got in Trubs. That's what this is called. This was the last day of last year. That's almost a year old. And this is called a Quickie from 2022. I think this might have been when I was testing the waters to get back into artwork. Because of my hand. I had to take almost a year away from art because of my hand. I was back in 2021. I got my frames at Michael's Arts and Crafts. They always have deals where you can buy one, get two free. And sometimes buy one, get one free, but every couple months they will have a buy one, get two free going on. And they'll do that with canvases too. They used to do that with drawing notebooks, but they stopped doing BOGOs on those last year. Last year was the last year they did BOGOs on the art pads, which sucks. But they do buy one, get one 50% off on the art pads, but they don't do buy one, get one frees or buy one, get two frees anymore on those, which is a shame because those were great. But I did stock up on them, so it's not like I'm missing out. And I think this was a 2024 one. This is a Cloud Kicker drawing. I think that was from 2024, maybe 23. Yeah, Michaels has good frames. But when you go there to get your frames, make sure you look at the entire frame very carefully, because I noticed a lot of the frames have like nicks and scratches on them, so you kind of have to look at each frame carefully. I mean, you can cover the black ones up with Sharpie. I did that on one of mine, but if you can get one that's perfect, that would be awesome. Yeah, my advice is no matter where you buy your frames from, always inspect them thoroughly, because you may miss a ding somewhere, and when you get home, you'll notice that ding, and then it'll be stuck on your brain for a while. This is the River Lake 2021 goes in that pile. Oh, and my golden metallic drawing. You probably won't be able to see it very well because the lighting is getting worse in here. But it is a gold metal on here, a gold ink, a metallic pen. I don't ever want to do metallic drawings again. In theory, I thought they would be fun, but they are not fun. And I can't really explain why either, other than the ink is just not satisfying. Not satisfying, in my opinion. People who know how to use metallic markers, by all means, go for it. But I don't have a whole lot of talent at all. I'm just kind of a basic bitch, as they say. We have lines here. This is an updated drawing actually because I did the original a while before this, but then I went back and I added more details to it to make it stand out better. You know what's funny? I can see through the black. I can see through the black on this and see the artwork that I covered up. That is hysterical. All right, we have Rest in Pieces from 2020. It is 2:41. I might start my art stream once I get done with this box here. I'll continue this stream, but I'll make another stream with my phone right here. Boink. Boink. I do not like my Oink, Boink, and Moink series from 2023. I really, really, really don't. I'm not going to get rid of those artworks, but I really hate them. Here we have Cool as Beans. This one is May of 2022. I like this one. This one's nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is why I don't like Moink. Because I should have had I in the center. Instead, I have I have N in the center. It should have been MOINK, not MONIK. So every time I look at this, I feel like I misspelled Moink. And it drives me absolutely nuts. It's almost to the point where I want to go and just black out all the letters and make it a different piece of art. And I might still do that. I've done that with a couple pieces. And I just might do that because I just do not like this. And then I could draw a new Moink, and make it nicer. Ooh, I'll set those there. Ew. I feel like a nap. A nap sounds nice. Oh, look, we have Woof from 2021. 2021 was really an eye-opening year for artwork for me. 2019, I dabbled a little bit. In 2020, I got going. I got my groove. 2021 was where I took off until I hurt my hand. I was doing so much artwork that I hurt my hand and I couldn't get back to it for a better part of a year. I think maybe it was 9 months before I was able to get back to it. Maybe a little longer. And ever since then, I haven't been able to do like really long live streams. I've only been able to do like short ones where I draw a little bit here and a little bit there. I can't do really long drawing live streams anymore. I don't want to risk doing that to my wrist again. Little pieces. That's a 2022 one. And here are a couple pieces of paper that I can still use. My brain thought these were mess ups, but I can go somewhere with those. Ooh, here we have Sea Creature from 2023. Wow. Ooh, Autumn. One of my favorite pieces. That was one of my first dabblings of mandala was that Autumn piece right there. I was expanding my horizons with that piece of artwork. All right, 304 now, sweet. It could be better, but it could be worse. Wow. You would think I'd be a little bit more awake with all this Mountain Dew I'm drinking. What's funny about Mountain Dew, sometimes it makes me even more tired. It's also a mood enhancer, I've noticed. When I'm in a good mood, it'll make me crazy high. But when I'm in a bad mood, it'll really, really get me in a bad mood. Not usually angry bad, but it'll get me into a depressive state. Oh my God, that's probably why I do not know what year this is. This is missing a year. This is sometime between 2020 and 2023. It's not newer than 2023. I may have to go back on my Wheat and Shaw and figure this out, because this is definitely something I did on Wheat and Shaw in one of my streams. I think I remember that. That's going to take me a long time to go back. I've got a lot of streams on Wheat and Shaw. And then we have cups. We have this beautiful cup here. I wished I had put a date on it. I started this back in the mid to late 2000s, but I finished it sometime between 2021 and 2023. I didn't finish it in maybe 2024. I doubt it was 2024. I think it was 2020. 2023 at some point. So this could be a Wheat and Shaw stream as well. I don't think it is though. So I don't think I can do much more organizing until I figure out what some of these dates are. Like here's a nice little winter piece. This must have been a Wheat and Shaw drawing on live. But the good news is I know this was after 2021. I can go back and get the right dates for these. Here's the one called Nice. This was 2022. Here's another one. This is called Array of Colors. It wasn't colored before. I had considered it finished at one point. But when I looked at this last year, I think in 2024, I really did not like it. So I gave it a colored border, black and white border, and then I colored the inside of it. I'm not sure it's still done. I'm not sure it's done yet. But it's called Array of Colors. I got the sticky note on the back for it. And I think it was labeled done by me back in March. I'm not sure that it is done. All right. Now we have Make Like a Tree and Leave. Actually, this is the whole series right here. I got the entire set of 10 right here. All right. Now that I know I need to look up some of this artwork in my archives, I can't do any more organizing. I almost said orgasm, but I meant to say organizing. Oh, hello, Roy. Welcome in. I don't know if you saw my framed pieces yet, but I will be happy to show you real quick. I may need to turn on the lights because the lighting is getting bad in here. Oh, really pleased with these frames. I don't know if you could see it very well, but it is colored. The lighting is awful in here. Oh, that's probably the best I've been able to get on here so far today. Happy holidays to you as well. Thank you for coming in. This one is nice. I like this one a lot. I did a black and white one too. This is gorgeous as well. Goes well with the black frame. Yeah, I really like the frames. These frames were on a buy one get two free deal. I bought them at a Michael's store. I work at Michael's actually, so I get employee discounts too. And ironically, they work on top of the buy one get one deals. So I was able to save on the one that I purchased also, on top of getting the second one for free. They have a really good discount program at Michael's for employees. It's 30% off, and that includes sale priced items. But I have a feeling with the new CEO that's going to change soon, I'm guessing. Yeah, thank you. These are called mandalas. You can't see the border in here or in the other colored one, but I'm really happy that you can't see the border in those frames because those frames make the center of the artwork stand out better than the actual borders. And here's the original borders on the original piece that you saw in the red one. This is the original border. So you can see what I mean by that. And here's the original drawing for the first one I showed. And I'm glad you can't see the yellow in that frame there. I'm glad you just focus on the center part. The center part is what matters the most. So I'm really kind of glad that you can't see the yellow and the outside borders. However, when I sell my prints laminated like this. This is a print. This is one of my prints that I sell, and I sign the backs of them too. So they are awesome. They are awesome. This was a pretty miserable piece to draw. I really did not want to finish this one. I started this one in September, and I finally finished it a few days ago on the 22nd of 2025. Well, my prints start at $15 depending on the size of print that you want, and it goes all the way up to $50. Like this print here, this is a $50 print. The smaller prints, yeah, and if it's black and white ones are cheaper. Black and white ones are cheaper as well. I'm trying to find an example right now. Oh, it's in my bin over here. me 1 second. Yeah. So these smaller prints I sell them in sets. So the smaller these small black and white ones start at $15, and then these kind of medium sized prints here, these ones are $20, and then they just go up from there. So it kind of depends on. Thank you very much, Roy. I appreciate that. Kind of depends on the size that you want, and I can always get them blown up too into bigger sizes. I accidentally shrunk one of my drawings the other day. I think I have the example nearby too. Because I just saw it. I shrunk my drawings. I shrunk one of them. I might not. I think I might have left it in my other room. I'll be right back. I shrunk one of them by accident. Oh, there it is. I found it. So I accidentally shrunk it. So this is a smaller size. So I accidentally shrunk this one. But I also accidentally increased the size. I accidentally inflated it too. So this was a mistake. And so I kept the mistake because that gives me an idea. I want to make bigger prints of these. I want to make poster size prints of these. This just gives me an example. I accidentally I was just fidgeting with the buttons on the printer because they got brand new machines over at FedEx. So I was just experimenting with the new copier that they had there, and it wasn't letting me do certain things on it, and so it kept printing weird sizes of sheets. I'm gonna have to have them help me figure out how to make this a full one, because when I printed this, the other half of this sheet was white, so I just cut that off and kept this, which is still pretty cool because I can just post to this somewhere and just kind of have it as art. I agree. I would like it as a floor. I would love, like, for example, my geometric shapes, I would love to have as floor tiles or even drink coasters. Drink coasters would be fantastic. Drink coasters, floor tiles. I especially like the floor tile idea. Floor tile ideas. That's a superb idea. That would be nice. I saw this one video where this guy did his entire bathroom in just pennies on his floor, in just pennies. And that's something I kind of wanted to do too, because that is just amazing. They would have to be the shiniest of pennies too. But I think with his floor, he took the darker pennies and created a picture with the dark pennies in his flooring, which was absolutely fantastic. I don't know what his channel name is, and I don't even know how long ago I saw that video, but it was fantastic. Oh yes, I do know that. I definitely have my bucket of pennies in my room. I even got my Wheaties. My Wheaties. I love those pennies. My favorite pennies are the Wheaties for obvious reasons. But yes, I'm definitely holding on to those. Hopefully I can get my hands on some 2025 pennies. I think the 2025 pennies are going to be ridiculously valuable. I've also got a lot of the steel pennies from 1943. I remember one time I went into my bank, and every time I go to my bank, I always check the coin machine, their rejection tray, and I found like 7 or 8 steel pennies in there because those machines don't. Those machines reject silver and obviously steel, I guess. But that was an interesting find. Those pennies were in incredibly bad shape, though. It was hard to tell that they were the 1943 steel cents, but I can tell. I can tell those were the 1943 steel ones. Or no, oh, maybe it was 44. I think no, it was 43. I think it was 43. Anyways, there are. I used to always check the payphones. Oh yes, payphones in arcades for sure. What people are doing now is checking Coinstar machines. Coinstar machines are great. I made a couple $100 just when I worked at Walmart. I would look at the Coinstar machine all the time, and I would take all the coins in there, put them in a jug, not touch them until the end of the year, and I made a couple $100. I think it was in 2022, because that was the last time I worked a full year at Walmart, and it was a good couple $100 worth of coins, and a lot of it was silver, and there were about I got about 5 pounds of Hispanic coins in there too. Hispanic, and I even got a 1929 Italian coin in there. There were some good coins in there. I've got a huge bucket of foreign coins from Coinstar. But Coinstar is definitely something you don't want to walk by and ignore. You definitely want to look in Coinstar. When I was a manager at Walmart, somebody jammed 28 Eisenhower dollars in there. You know those big ass coins? The funny thing is the customer never called back to get her number. We took her number, her name, her number down, and when I was able to get into the Coinstar machine, I was able to retrieve all of those coins, but it was hard because they were stuck in the machine. Because those big coins don't go into Coinstar, not at all. But I managed to get all 28 of those giant coins out of there, and I set aside the cash for her in an envelope in the cash office. She never came back for her. I called her like 4 times. The company ended up telling me to just donate the money to the organization we were donating to, and if they ever come back, we'll take it right back out of that side of the machine. Never to come back. I ended up buying the dollar coins from the register, of course. I definitely bought those coins for sure. And this one old lady, my one of my coworkers, um, had this one old lady come in, and they gave her like 8 or 9 peace dollars, and a couple of them were Morgan dollars too. And the old lady gave them to her because she didn't know how to use Coinstar. So my coworker bought them from her and then told me about them and sold them to me. I was really happy about that. I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. Because each of those coins is like 20 or $25 worth of silver and melt value. Some of them were peace dollars and Morgan dollars. That was probably my best coin thing there. Oh, my coworker is so. Oh, I had another coworker. This guy was so stupid. He got a peace dollar in his drawer, and you know the peace dollars on the back of the coin. It says $1 in giant letters on the back at the bottom of the coin. There it says $1 in big letters. He swore up and down it was a half dollar, and I said, "Are you sure Are you sure this is a half dollar?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's a half dollar." So I just gave him 50 cents, and I got the dollar coin from him. And I'm like, okay, this is the first time I paid 50 cents for a dollar coin, especially a peace dollar out of all coins. I gave him a chance to correct his mistake. I gave him the chance. I'm definitely not going to get rid of those coins. I do like the Peace Dollar artwork and the Morgan Dollar artworks a lot. They are nice coins. All right, what did I do with my Mountain Dew? Oh, it's probably right behind me. Oh, I think I need to go have some lunch. That's what I'm hearing. My stomach is growling at me, and it's already 3 o'clock. And I can't do any more organizing until I research my artwork on Wheat and Shaw to find out the dates so I can sign them and date them. And then I will be back later to do some drawing for my 100th piece. I completed my 99th piece yesterday, or last night. This morning, technically. I can't remember where I set it down. I've been setting things down and not being able to find them all day. But I've shown it a couple times in the stream. But anyways, I will be back later today to work on my 100th drawing of the year. You have a great rest of your evening too. Thank you for coming and chatting. Sometimes I end up chatting with myself here, so thank you for coming. And you too. Have a great rest of your year if I don't see you again before then. All right, maybe I'll see you at Dougie Doug's at some point. He does good streams. Wheat.